Good evening, Salon B here. And today I want to talk about the Monique and the Breakfast Club interview. And Monique went in with a very nice demeanor, but she went in to fact check and understand why she was labeled Donkey of the Day, which is an animal. And I guess it's a metaphor for a person that's dumb, that does something dumb. So she gets there, she starts running down to Netflix and everything. And Charlemagne, I could not help but see that when I looked over at the picture, it was a picture. The pictures on the internet show that Charlemagne's face is kind of like, he looks kind of scared, but everybody's like, well, he didn't backtrack because he wasn't scared, but he kept asking the same question over and over and over again. And I was like, why does he keep asking the same question? And that let me know that he was not well informed. That let me know that he looked over some things, but he's still asking the same questions that everybody else keeps asking. Well, what have you sold out? And again, the Pay and Equality Act of 1964 states that men and women are supposed to get paid the same if they're doing the same jobs. Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, and Monique are all comedians, and Amy Schumer are all comedians. We're talking about comedians. They all do the same work. They stand behind a microphone. They tell jokes. They are all supposed to get the same pay, whether it's negotiation or whatever. So I heard Charlamagne ask, well, did you make a counter offer? If Netflix did not want to negotiate anymore, you can't make a counter offer. So that was a stupid question for him to ask. And I was like, why does he keep asking the same question? This is how you know when a person doesn't know anything and they have no knowledge. They keep asking the same questions. And they keep repeating the same stuff. And then when she asked him a question, he would never answer it. But then he would ask her a question. And it was just a tit for tat. And they weren't getting anywhere. So at the end of the interview, I saw where Monique was talking to Charlamagne. And she said, have you ever seen the Nat Turner movie? She said, you're the guy that walks the guy in the house. She basically was calling him a house nigga. And Charlamagne did not say anything, but when Amara La Negra was up there, he was joking and carrying on, but he did not play that with Monique. If you ever go back and see that interview with Amara La Negra, he was clowning her. Is it all in your head? He did not dare ask Monique, was it all in your head? He didn't dare get loose tongue with her. He said some things, but all the things he said was just the same repeated questions. So, I just looked at that and was like, but a lot of things she said about him being on a platform and, we don't need to have Charlamagne speaking on what black women need. Like, if these men are not going to follow the Pay and Equality Act, there's no point of talking to them. And another reason why I think it was no point of going on the Breakfast Club to talk about it, because I got a video that I'm going to do, and it's about this article I read, and it was about when rap music or hip hop came in, Black power was lost. And when you go back to the beginning of hip hop, women were at the forefront. They were alongside the brothers rapping. And then when the video vixen age came in, we started to lose our character. We started to lose all that stuff. And it's, when hip hop came in, Black power was lost. So the women have lost a great deal of power because of the rap music. And I was kind of glad that Russell Simmons got some of this Me Too stuff, because he played a part in black women losing credibility. So now when Monique goes on a show that deals with rap music and all of that, they're not going to have a pristine, clear view of something a black woman should have, because they are representing what rap music has done to us, which has taken our credibility. So when we speak out, we're ignored, or we're talking too much, or we're complaining and blah, 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 blah. And then there's, the media has also put out that women are supposed to be weak and quiet. No, that's not true. Women are not weak and they're not quiet. We're supposed to be assertive as well. And when you're in the business field, you ain't supposed to be weak anyways. If your money is not right, your house is not going to be right. Your children are not going to be right. And this lady has children, and she's going to be a grandmother one day. She wants to leave back a legacy, but not everybody's thinking about that. Other people are thinking about the right here and the right now. They're not thinking about in the long run, because, in the black community, if you left a house or you left money or something like that, you wouldn't know about it. Or if you do know about it, your parents would share it with you. But that's not a regular thing in the black community. Wealth is not handed down. So to talk to people about getting your money right and getting paid in equality, who have, let rap music tarnish our image, it's like talking a different language. It's like talking Spanish to a person who speaks French. It's not going to make sense. So I really didn't understand what the Breakfast Club interview was all about. I know she was mad about Donkey of the Day, but Charlamagne is not somebody that we should be listening to anyway, because he don't know what he's talking about half the time. Half the time, he's just being an ignorant fool. And the reason why he works there, and they sought out people like Charlamagne, because he is going to go along to get along for a paycheck. He don't really say anything that's conscious or, about black power, none of that. He done said stuff about African people and all that stuff. This person is just a character. Somebody to draw people in, and he worked for Wendy Williams. Come on now. Wendy Williams is a gossip person. So people that deals with gossip is just basically hearsay. It's not really the truth. It's what somebody else said that they overheard or whatever. It's not even the truth. So I'm like, why go there? And then people are saying, well, she needs to get her husband because he's her manager. I've studied business, right, for the last 4 years, and a manager only has a small scope of power, and that's doing hiring, making sure that everybody who works for the boss does what they're supposed to, and that everybody is reporting to work and everybody is showing up to work. I have not seen a manager plan somebody's finances. I just don't see that. And from my understanding, I have never seen a manager plan somebody's finances unless that's his business and he's the owner as well. For people to say, well, she needs to blame her husband. Her husband is not her boss. She's his boss. Because if a manager is working for somebody, the entrepreneur is his boss. So I don't understand why people speak on stuff that they know nothing about. I don't understand. I just don't. But the Breakfast Club interview was hilarious to me, because she backed Charlamagne in a corner and she called him by his real name. And she said, how do you come from South Carolina with the name Charlamagne the God? Okay. She was really making him look like a fool up there. And he tried to stand his ground, but he was backed into a corner, and he know he was. He know he was. So That's my take on the Breakfast Club interview. Um, my thing is, people need to just stop speaking for her. You can't speak for her. If you don't want to deal with the Netflix boycott, then don't. But don't speak for her. It's too many people that's speaking on her situation who are not going to boycott or anything like that. Martin Luther King, when he was doing what he was doing, they boycotted the bus the city buses, and all of the white bus drivers lost their jobs. The bus thing closed down because they boycotted. But if you can't get your own to support you, then you just can't. And you just need to go to those who will. And I guess that's what she's doing it. That's why she's doing it. She's going to those who are going to support her. But I'm just like, why do our people do this? And I kind of understand why, because of Corn Protel, J. Edgar Hoover and them, all this corruption and the rap music and the corruption of the black community. We are not going to stand together at all because we've been poisoned. So that's what I saw, and that's what I got from the Breakfast Club interview. Charlamagne and the rest of them are just not understanding it. They're not getting it. And I don't think Monique need to keep going up there talking to people who don't speak the same language as she does. Salome B. Have a nice day.